He probably just doing some shit.
Yeah,
I don't
he's probably
like.
twisted.
I don't like that. Why is it? How come I'm using the virtual camera from my OBS? How come my OBS can see more of my room than fucking Discord? Discord is seeing a portion of the room, whereas I'm on YouTube and that bitch seeing everything. Everything, everything. Let me see. Okay, no, it's looking from this one. That's why. Okay. I about to say this nigga seeing everything. That's because I'm using the wrong virtual camera.
I am hungry as shit right now.
Bam. Got it. We're good. We're live on YouTube. Don't know how to check to see if I can hear us. Can you check YouTube real quick? See if you see me going live?
Let me see real quick because I'm trying to do some other shit situation. Discord, that's up. Let's go. YouTube, that's not the one I want to go to. This is the one I want to go to. We'll go here. Actually, that's going to take too long. We'll close you out. We'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go. Are you live on games or TOK Ozzy? Oh, have you seen the
Games.
Spider-Man trailer?
They a new movie or game?
New movie. Oh, it's so sexy. Oh, it's so sexy.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
I feel as though that they revealed too much in the trailer of the story, but it's neither here nor there.
They said we got enough built on us. Them niggas still gonna watch it.
That's music. Okay. Wait, are you live on games or
Games?
Okay. Subscribe. Yes, you are live.
Nice. How's it sound? Can you check?
Very loud and it's echoing. So I muted it, but sound is good.
Oh, it was echoing like in your ear?
It's echoing because I'm hearing it and I'm hearing myself.
Oh.
That's why it's echoing.
I about to say it's not. I don't hear you echoing, so I didn't think so. Let's see. I don't hear me echoing on Twitch. I hope it was just because you, like you said, you turned it up. That's all.
Excuse me.
All right. Man, fuck that. How would you feel if Eren actually you finished Attack on Titan?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How do you feel? How would you feel if Eren actually finished the rumbling?
If he killed everybody.
I mean, he wouldn't have killed everybody. He probably would just level probably like 70% of the population.
Dog, he took out. He left 20%.
Oh, 20?
He leveled 80. Yes, he leveled 80%. Yes.
Let me look that up. Cause I gotta get these facts right.
Yeah, because that nigga left like 20% of the population left. I mean, he damn near really did complete the rumbling because he killed almost everybody except the
I want everybody to see this. All right, on your screen, people, you can see I use Google. Google sponsored me. Eren Yeager killed approximately 80% of the world's human population. All right. That's roughly 2 billion people. Well, they have a global population of 2 billion. This equates to roughly 1.6 billion people killed. So if he killed everybody, I don't know how much could he have killed.
I mean, he killed a lot. He killed 80%, billions, nigga, billions.
I mean, come on now. That's a lot, but it's not that much. Because, like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people here on Earth now.
There's about 8 billion people in the world right now.
Almost 9.
Search up how many people are in the United States, please. Because
that's like we're not even a billion.
Exactly. So he killed a lot of people. If there's not even a billion people in the United States, like he killed a lot of people.
It says about 348 to 349 million. We make up 4.2% of the global total.
So he killed us. If it was 1.6 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he killed us a multiple of 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
He trampled through the United States 5 times over.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
Okay, but let's imagine America is similar to Paradis. because they had the smallest population. We don't have that big a population compared to like a lot of the rest of the world.
You were right.
So, and like he didn't trample Africa.
I feel as though that you making that statement more so proves my point because if America is, because we are about 4%, and he goes and wipes out 80%.
How much do you think he would have killed there?
I think that he killed, but he would have killed 80%. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, he had to prove a point, but also he had to make sure that shit like that wouldn't happen again. Because if he more so say, for example, if he just killed all the Marleys, quote unquote, then that would cause the other countries to look and see like, okay, he is a threat to us. We have to countermeasure him, and it'll be a continuous war. I'd say maybe every 10 to 5 years, whatever the case would be like that, to try to get rid. Here's the thing: if he didn't do that and just wiped out all the Marlians, he would have every other country, all the other countries going against him, and that would wipe out everybody from the I forget what they are, but from Paradise Islands. They would all attack Paradise Islands. So him wiping out the main enemy is going to make everybody else an enemy of him. So he has to treat everybody as an enemy and wipe more so a good majority of them out. So that way.
So that nigga should have killed the rest of the world.
I mean, what I mean. Here's the thing: if you think about it, he did what Lelouch did in Code Geass. You know?
Nah, Lelouch did it way better. Lelouch did it to where people still fell under the same rules, and they couldn't change that, and they had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So then when they got mad at him, they was like, okay, we just overthrew the king, the dictator. Someone else step up and be a good king, which made his sister good, right? Aaron, what's going on? Whoever jumped in, I appreciate you. Much love. Let me check. Hey, what's going on? Alzy 64, Alzy, Eliza, Alize, Az. I think I'm gonna go with Alize. Hey, Alize. But thank you for joining. Much appreciated. We just talking about topics. If you got anything you want us to discuss, because we're talking about anime right now, just drop it in there. We'll talk about it. Or if you want us to like look at a video and react to it, drop it in there, and we'll give it a look. You know.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Real quick. When I compare him to Lelouch, I compare him in the sense of like, I'm going to make myself the enemy that everybody, is against. So him Aaron killing off a large population of the world did that. So now that everybody is hating him, that takes the light off of the people from Paradise Islands. And it also shines a light on them because the people from Paradise Islands killed Aaron. So that made Aaron the big enemy of the world type shit and took less focus off of the demons or the devils from Paradise Island and made the rest of the population that did get together get their shit together like, yo, fuck everything. We have to rebuild. You feel me? So that's what I mean when I compare it to Lelouch in a sense. I can't compare them fully because they went about this shit real different. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But when it's a thing of like, all right, I'm going to make myself the number one enemy of the world to bring everybody else together, they both did that in their own ways.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with you right there, brother. I said the same thing when I first watched it because I fuck with Aaron. I'm a Jaegerist, definitely. And I fuck with Lelouch ever since I watched that when I was younger, right? But the difference, I think, is Lelouch was doing it. He used his death to bring people together. You know what I'm saying? So he said, everybody hate me. Y'all fall under the same king and unite. So he united the world. You know what I'm saying? Aaron didn't do that. Aaron said, I'm really just trying to keep my people safe. I want y'all to understand, if y'all don't leave my motherfucking folks alone, y'all gonna die. Be scared for the rest of y'all lives. You know what I'm saying? So like, because even when the show finished, they still had rowed a fucking boat over there and they was like, it's gonna take a long time to garner peace. and things between us and because they was like literally riding a boat to go to the rest of the world's UN, whatever was left of it, those 20% of the population. You know what I'm saying? So like that didn't what Aaron didn't make people come together and hate only him. That's the idea that we could figure out. But Aaron, it sounds sweet, but I personally think Aaron didn't give a fuck about them coming and hating him. I think what he was trying to do was really do what he did was to stop the Titan gene from existing. He lived this life so many times. From the second he touched that princess, he was going through it, right? So he said this was the only one he came to that allowed his friends to live, and he could get rid of the Titan. So he's already went through killing 100% of the world plenty of times. He also went through when him and Mikasa got together. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately for him, the reality he lived in, that wasn't the one where she said, I love you back. That was the one where she didn't say it. So he was like, all right, well, that was my only reason for not. You know what I'm saying? So
I wanna make a cost note here.
Go ahead.
When you said that he relived it over and over again, what part of his Titan power did make him relive stuff? Because I know that
because he could see the memories.
He could see the memories, and he can alter stuff in the past because he's the attack and shit. But I feel as though that he already saw the future that was laid out for him, and there was no way to really. No, not as I say that, but we would have to go back. I'd have to go back and watch it. But he was definitely making the argument like, yo, there's no other way, there's no other way, there's no other way. Which is why he was more so tripping balls at the end after he had kissed fucking Historia. Like there was no other way because he saw, okay, boom, here's how everything plays out. I cannot change this, if I'm not mistaken. Like, yeah, and that's why I was more so making that argument because he realized that this is the inevitable future. This has to happen. I can't change it. If I do, like shit won't go the way it goes, quote unquote. So, and that's why I more so relate him and Lelouch together. The ideologies aren't the same, but the pathing is somewhat similar because Lelouch did make enemies. He had to kill people. He had to make sacrifices and shit like that. It's just that it wasn't to the huge extent that Aaron did. You know what I mean?
Well, because Lelouch was bringing people together. That's what I'm saying. He said, hate me and leave everybody else alone. That's what they did. That's what he made them do. He even made his homeboy kill him so that they'd be like, oh, the Japanese are actually not bad people. Right? Now, Aaron didn't really do that because Mikasa is not a subject of Ymir. So that's one part where we fall different.
They're from the island. They're from the
Devil But her people literally came to the island. She has a people.
Yeah.
So so the rest of the world who don't know the history behind who's there and who's not, like majority of them didn't. They just knew that they were Titans. Won't know that. They won't say a subject of Ymir did it. And then you got people who are haters, just like racists now. They gonna be like, oh yeah, so did the subject Ymir kill him? They're gonna be like, nah, Mikasa did. The little Japanese princess girl. They're gonna be like
from the Devil's Island.
And then that's what they're gonna say. Well, did she grew up on the Devil's Island? They're gonna be like, nigga, still she was a Japanese princess girl. So they wouldn't have did it. It took for someone else from somewhere, someone else from somewhere else to do it. That's what people will sit on. People will sit on that and die on that. They be like, nah, because not even they people did it. So nah, still fuck them. That wouldn't change some people who don't know the history of her. Some of her people have been there. What are they called? The Ackermans. That the Ackermans have been there for centuries or a century. I don't know, but let's say centuries.
I would think as though that with her growing up with Aaron, should hold a significant place no matter if she's in Aaron or not, because she lived in the same house. They grew up together. She kills for everything. He kills for her, vice versa. They have an extensive amount of personal history together. And for her to be the main one that takes him out, I feel as though it holds similar significance. Not exactly, not 100%, but similar significance to how in fucking Lelouch's case where he had his origins. Because Armin was on the same page. It's like, yo, you're my boy, I love you, but I gotta take you out.
But he didn't.
He didn't. Mikasa did, but he did fight him. He did face him. And everybody who was an understanding of what the situation and everybody around Aaron and who understood his game plan was all understood. And when I mean everybody, I mean like the people that he grew up with on the island, like his brother, you know what I mean, and like little Gabby, whatever it may be. They all understood, okay, he's going too far. They all came together and said, we gotta take this nigga out because he's doing too much. You know what I mean? So in a sense, Aaron did get people together to attack him.
But that's not
And
uniting the world. So we're
it's
you're
not.
saying
It's not.
the similarities are not, they're there in essence, but not fully there. Really. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the Titan power. Like he lived this stuff a lot because he could
I
see
don't think go back to that.
the past and present and future of all the inheritors of that power, right? The Attack Titan had the strong ability to do that, right? He could see the memories of the past, present, and future inheritors of it, right? That's how he forced his dad to go back and see it. Remember, because he influenced his dad to kill that
Mhm.
family, right?
Yeah,
And
that
take the
moment went
fountain.
hard.
Huh?
No, I was just saying that moment went hard. That's
Yeah.
all.
So because he was able to influence it, right? His dad, we see there's a reality where his dad said no. Aaron, if he never did that, means that there's a timeline where his dad would have not done it. But Aaron didn't want to live in that timeline, so he forced that moment to happen the way he probably did in the past and just didn't know he did it. Right? Meaning he's relived that several times over. Right?
Hold up,
Let's
I'm looking up the power of the Attack Titan now. Uh, Two of the ones that we're once talking about is the future memory access. The Attack Titan allows its current user to see memories from the future inheritors, which drives the current user to take specific actions in the present. So he can more so see the future and can make actions, but it makes actions in the present to continue the actions of the future, to continue where the future is going. The memory manipulation via paradox, Eren Jaeger, as the final inheritor, used this ability to send specific memories back in time to early users, most notably influencing his father, Grisha, to steal in the Founding Titan. So he can influence the past to make the future happen. So he's able to go back and place memories in the Attack Titan's head to make them do actions that he's able to do. You know what I mean? So and then he could see memory from future inheritors. So does that mean that in a sense too that he could see the future? But that's when he did when he kissed Grisha, I believe. Not Grisha, because that's his dad, but when he kissed Historia, because he saw his future. I meant on the hand, like the physical contact between them.
yeah. It
So
allowed him to use the paths. And so the paths transcend time and reality. So because of the paths, the little tree thing, right?
mm,
um, he was able to see different versions of himself still doing the same thing he was doing, right? So going back and forth into time. Like he probably, let's say we all got the same ability across timelines, right?
mm,
But not all of us was able to touch a royal the same way he was in that moment. So
mm,
that would be a distinct difference in his timeline that he has over others. That allowed him to see past and present over all versions of himself doing the same thing. It doesn't mean all of them could do it because not all of them would touch Astoria at that time. You know what I'm saying? There's likely realities where they didn't touch Historia.
mm,
So then they wouldn't get access like he did because he was touching a royal, and that allowed Ymir to allow him access to all of that in that moment because she was like, "Oh, it's a royal." Boom. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the other ones was using the power; they could only see past and present of their timeline of users. He got access in that moment to all of them. It doesn't mean that that's his timeline life, but it means he saw all of that. That's what. That's why, like in the show, he had said, "What did he say?" I had just looked it up. Give me a second.
and that's what I want to more so focus
When
on
he
too
had
with the
said,
story of the show.
that's why when he said in that moment, everything has already been decided. He's already seen that shit so many times. Like he's lived it because he's been in those moments across timelines. He knows likely what happens, right? He's
Mm,
seen different ones. And so after going through so many, he was like, okay, in this timeline, this is what I choose. I want to happen after experiencing it across different me's, right?
Now, I want to pause here because I understand what you're saying, but I sort of disagree with one thing. I don't think that he had a choice. I think that he just saw shit play out and understood I can't change it.
Yeah, no, he definitely saw that for certain parts, but that didn't mean that he didn't say, I'm gonna change certain things within it.
I just don't think that if he saw it and he was unable to change it, that he could make a change to it. Like for example, when fucking Sasha died, he just sort of laughed a little bit. I believe, don't quote me on that, but I believe he didn't really cry or whatever. He had a different reaction, and I believe that reaction was because he knew this was the start of the of what was about to come.
I think he didn't have a reaction because he's experienced it so much he's already numb. Majority of stuff he was already numb. If you remember when we come back from the time skip, he doesn't give a fuck about certain shit. He's so numb to shit, he's holding back his regeneration powers for months. And in order to hold it back, you have to already be dead. You have to give up your will to live. Remember, like that's why what's that nigga? Reiner wasn't regenerated for a moment because he was already giving up on living. And then it had took for like Gabby or one of them motherfucking kids to make him be like, okay, let me live for something else for a moment. Then he was able to get back up. You have to be. You look at. Hold on. Now you got me questioning. Let me see.
Because I feel as though that you said a really, really serious thing there. That it's like he had to be dead or wanting to die. And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't like. I'm sure it'll take willpower to be like, yo, I'm just not going to regenerate. Fuck it, I'll cut all this off. Whatever.
He was
Like,
consciously,
will.
in order to maintain his disguise as wounded soldier while in Marley, he consciously withheld his healing process by losing his will to live. My boy wanted to die. But that's because of what I'm trying to tell you. My nigga literally been through this shit before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My nigga did not care about living anymore. Like you gotta not want to survive. That's it. Like your regeneration works on your survival. You wanting to get up. You know what I'm saying? The more you want to survive, the better you regenerate.
I get that. It's just the way that you worded that was like real specific and real odd.
Yeah, I mean, you have to give up your will to live. Survival is the same thing. I just said it a different way. Instead of wanting to survive, he gave up his will to survive, his want to survive. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's just your will to live. He gave up his will of living. He was at a point where he's like, I'm doing this, but I don't care if I die anyway. Like sometimes people live like that. You know what I'm saying? Like going through the motions, which is what I mean by he already knew what was going to happen. So just like you were saying, there was moments that were inevitable. It's like proxies, right? There's certain checkpoints that you have to hit, but it doesn't mean you have to go the same way to hit those checkpoints. So he could change certain stuff in between it, but there was stuff that he knew was inevitable. You get what I'm saying? Like when he went through.
I feel that losing his will to live is such a strong and heavy way of phrasing it.
That's the only way of doing it. Otherwise you regenerate.
That just doesn't sit right. So that's my only like.
What's wrong with losing your will to live? I don't get it. If you no longer focus on survival, what would you call that? Losing your will of living, right? If someone's trying to kill you and you stop trying to survive, you would literally give up, right?
Yeah, I feel as though that the situation that Aaron is in is not a thing of like losing will to live.
What?
My
nigga Ben lost his will to live. He knew he was dying. He knew he was dying from the second he kissed the story, and he knew he was gonna die by Mikasa killing him. He knew that was inevitable. My nigga never had a will to live. He had a will to help his people live. He been gave up on himself. That it's called living for others. There are people who would not give a fuck. Like there are people right now who would fight you to death for their siblings, but you can come up and slap them, and they just like whatever. That's a total disregard for yourself. He had no more will for himself. He just cared for others.
I'd say a disregard to himself would be.
That's the same as no will to live, my nigga. Disregard for yourself means that you're okay with you dying at any moment. You're okay with your death is a no. Being okay with your death means you don't have a will to live. You can't want to live and be okay with dying. That those two literally can't go together. You have to give up on wanting to live to be okay with dying. To be at peace with it, you have to literally give up wanting to survive. I don't that make like am I not making sense? Does that sound crazy?
You're making sense. I just feel as though this in the situation with Aaron. I think that giving up the will to live is a too strong of a phrasing for what he understood.
What would you say, Dan?
Accepting fate. He accepted his fate.
If so, he accepted his fate of dying. What would you call that?
Accepting fate.
But so you would say he had a will to live?
I'd say that he understood his assignment and had the will. He lost his will to live when Mikasa got into his mouth. He was like, all right, boom, this is my time. I'm going to let this happen.
Nah, he been knew that before that.
He fought to finish the assignment. He fought to finish the task.
He emotionally he wanted to live with her, but also consciously, logically, he knew that wasn't likely, so he made sure she survived. Right? Because real talk, he could have killed her. He could have stopped all of them. He had free range to literally freeze all of them and turn them into fucking titans like he did for the rumbling. That's how the king did it. He just turned random people into those big ass walls, right? He had free will. Plus, Ymir no longer worried about if he was a royal, so he had full control of the founding titan, which also partly controls Mikasa and them. That's why she could hear it, right? So he may not be able to turn them into titans like the rest of them, but he could effectively stop her. He didn't. He felt like that was an inevitable part of his plan. I know in order for me to complete what I'm trying to do, I'm gonna have to let Shawty kill me, right? He had to give up his will to live in order to be okay with that moment. He said, in order for this thing that I want to happen, I gotta stop wanting to live myself. He probably seen other memories and realities of him surviving, which of course he did, because there was some where he lived with Mikasa in a cabin in the woods.
Now, what you said, that was his imagination, or that was a reality?
That was a reality of another version's him memories. Like I said, I think he was one of the maybe few. I don't know, it's infinite, but I think he might have been in a small minority of versions of him that actually kissed Historia and had the moment to look throughout all of the wilders. Because if it lets you look through all the wilders and then he touches a royal, that means he can touch all the wilders of the Attack Titan.
Okay.
So if he's able to look at all the inheritors, right? And then he touched Historia, which opened him up to all inheritors across the multiverse. That means he saw how their lives went. That's how he made his plan. Multiverse. Like he's able to see himself in different universes, still go through the life that he kind of went through.
The reason why I pause there is because I think universe would be a better phrase for that, or just through their timeline. And only because,
we could say that. I think of him going through and seeing other verses, because if he's only looking at his future, it's kind of hard to change it and know. Like he made up a whole plan to bring out the Titan gene and kill it, right? In order to do that, you have to experiment. It's hard to get that shit right off the first time. He did not do that his first time. Remember, when he was talking to them inside that flashback, he said, "This is the only way I could bring it out." Meaning, he had to figure out a way to do that, and I think he did that by watching other versions of him. One of them probably did that shit, and he said, "That's what I got to do." Do you get what I'm saying?
I'll have to rewatch Attack on Titan to more so understand what you mean by multiverses and him in different realities and stuff like that. Because from my understanding, it's just one consistent timeline of like, all right, boom. As soon as he kissed Historia's hand, he understood, okay, this is the timeline that happens. it's inevitable. I have to follow through with it. He tried to fight it a little bit, but I'm just like, okay, boom, this is the time.
That's not true because a lot of stuff was not inevitable. I'm sure in his future, he probably watched the future of stuff that he didn't do in his own timeline for real, in his own future, right? Because he changed his future. As you can see, him existing in the first place was him changing his future. In order to go back and tell his dad to do it, right? That means he had done that before, but that's also reality of him changing his future. It doesn't mean that he always have to exist. It means he's creating a him for himself to exist in another timeline. That in and of itself is a paradox. If he doesn't go back, he doesn't exist. Right? That already shows you he made another timeline of himself. There's a him that went back and made sure that he existed in the first place. He's no longer that person that he made sure existed. That's another him in another timeline. Right? He made a branch at that point. Because there's no saying that he went back and said the same exact thing he said to his dad. Right? So that means he's already making another timeline. How that Aaron acts in his timeline may not be the same way he acted. All he did was follow the process of making sure that Aaron existed.
I feel as though the way with my knowledge and knowledge of this anime and our different perspectives on it, we will continue to go into this conversation until I go back and rewatch and be like, okay, boom, I can pinpoint what you're talking about here, 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 and you understand where you're coming from. I just say that to say that if we continue at the rate that we're going, it's just going to keep going. So I'll have to rewatch the movie. You know what I mean? So I'm just being real, and we could talk about some other stuff. But I understand where you're coming from. I know I don't have enough information. I'm not like it's not in my memory type shit lately, so I have to go rewatch the anime, and then we have to continue this conversation after that.
Now I'm interested. You got me wanting to see. 19-year-old travel to the past to cause Grisha to get the father Italian. Huh. Okay. Let me see. What's that?
Bakari would better know.
I about to say we need to add his ass on there.
Yeah, Bakari would 100% know better.
I'm about to just see Aaron's speech to the subjects of Ymir. This is such calming music. Let's see. Hold on. I'm about to try to share the screen. Here we go. Can you see it?
Hold up 1 second. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that nigga Kari joined him.
Hold on. Let me see something. I'm trying to find the one after he died. Mm. Is this it? Nah.
Goddamn subtitles.
Right. I was just thinking. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it look like it's all the same one. I'm trying to find the one. Let's see. Yeah, I think this might be. I want to be full screen. Uh, yeah, I was skipping forward. See, that's what I meant too. That's also a reality he lived that she didn't, but she kind of had memories of it because he showed it to her. But like, that's not what she really did. Remember, she was wondering about him, huh?
Finish what you're saying.
Remember, she had wondered about like why she cared about a tree because there was a tree that they was like both sitting at, but she was like, she ain't been there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean about the timeline shit. Wait, what did he say? Hold on. Can you see it? Is it too full screen? Hold on. Is that better? Damn, you still can't see it. Hold on. You said what? Oh, it's coming through clearly. Cause while I'm sharing the screen on here, it's like, oh, it was zoomed in for some reason. So when I do this, does it show you the whole thing? Yeah. I don't know why I was zoomed in.
Yeah, but
I think, yeah, I think,
here's one thing I will say with your argument. I felt as though that with Mikasa's part being showed before Armin's, that was his way of saying goodbye to her. That was
yeah.
just more so the image that he created for that moment in time to say goodbye, like he did with Armin. I wouldn't call those different realities. Well, those are realities in their own right, but I wouldn't say it's on some multiversal shit. I would compare it to how he had brought everybody to the big ass tree type shit and gave them all a message.
So you saying he
He
made up a
just said
memory
it.
and showed it to her because he showed her something that didn't happen. Like in reality, they never had that moment because he had asked her, does she want to be with him? She said something different. I forgot. I don't know if she said no or something. He was like, okay.
Yeah, because it was to the thing where they all were drunk and he wanted to run away with her type shit, but he understood
Yeah.
that he couldn't. So I feel as though that like that was his way of saying goodbye and what he wished he could have done type thing. So that was my perspective of it. Now I'll have to rewatch it fully, but I can see how that part there
Yeah,
is
because he was like, what
more
am I
so.
to you? And she said, you are family.
Yeah,
And that
and that's why
the
like
what if that many were seeing as a defining moment and Aaron to see the future could be changed. So yeah, so it was showing that the future can be changed because she changed it by saying you are family. In his reality, that's what he showed her. So his reality, he ran away with her and then told her to forget about him. So
I don't
look,
know if I
imagine both of them being canon and they're showing you moments that the future was changing. Think of it like that. So canon, she they were in the forest and he told her to forget about him and da 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 because he still went and did the rumbling. So say there was reality where he still does the rumbling, right? There's a point where they were together, ran off in the forest, and he was like, "Forget about me. I'm about to go do the rumbling." Right now, that's him seeing it. He's seeing the future. In his actual reality, when he was living it, she said, "You are family," which is way different than the future he saw. She changed it in that moment, which is also like the idea of people saying when you know the future, it's hard to relive it exactly the same way. Like that's so Raven, right? Whenever she knew it was coming, she might still hit it, but she would hit it in a different way than she expected, trying to avoid it.
I I still in a sense more so I understand where you're coming from, but I disagree with it because I feel as though that it being shown before him in a conversation with Armin and his goodbye, that one to me still symbolizes a goodbye from Aaron to Mikasa, but that was just the only way that he could say goodbye. So he said goodbye to Mikasa, goodbye to Armin. He gave his message to everybody else that he couldn't. So I see that as in just a reality that he more so like an area that he set up to say his goodbye to her, like how he did for everybody else separately. So like I said, I'll have to re-watch the whole anime again just to see that. You know what I mean? And maybe something different if I watch the full episode to get a different perspective to see fully where you're coming from and be like, oh, that makes sense. But still, to me, it just seems like he put this little bubble in Mikasa's mind to be like, okay, here's how I wish I would have done things, but here's my goodbye. You know what I mean? So, but I see your evidence for it. I see where you're coming from. It would make no sense to do that while cutting to saying goodbye to Armin to me. So
Um, so I'm
we can
looking at
just leave it at that.
yeah.
I'm gonna just be real with you.
So you want to leave it at that?
Yeah, because here's the thing: we're just gonna keep going in a circle. We're just gonna keep going in a
I
circle.
guess if you tired of the circle,
Yeah, we can talk about something else. I'll probably only have a couple minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm weak. All right, let's change it then.
No.
Let's see.
I'd say I'd have about maybe 15 minutes tops before I got a slide.
All right, that's cool. Let's see. Um, what's another topic? what I don't know. Let's talk about. I got 3 ideas that could happen. So, what would be the most broken anime power you could have, or who would be the best anime girlfriend? I guess if you want to just make them a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend in reality, or if you want to talk about for yourself, like
Boyfriend,
girlfriend.
girlfriend reality.
Yeah, like
Oh
best
shit.
couple, best anime couple,
Oh, I
if
thought you
they
said girlfriend
existed.
for me personally.
Yeah,
Oh,
or for yourself. That's what I'm saying. Or girlfriend for yourself. Who would be the best anime girlfriend? You know what I'm saying? And or um is the talking stage just like emotional freeloading?
that's that last one.
You want to talk about that?
That was a conversation. That was a conversation.
Let's do it.
For the first question, hold on, I want to try to answer the first question though, because I can't think of the name of the anime, but there's literally an anime where, and Bakari would know this off the top of his head, but Buddy can literally alter reality. There was a scene in the anime where he's like, "Yo, he's going against somebody who does something with colors," and this dude just literally said, "There's like blue no longer exists in this universe, so the sky turned red." And
You said he said that about what?
I can't remember the name of the anime or the name of the character, but there was a character that was going against somebody, and I guess one of his attributes or his enemy's character's abilities was to do something with the color blue. So that main protagonist just said, "Fuck it, blue no longer exists in this universe," and the sky just turned red. And just because he said it on some shit, I think that is to date probably one of the most over or the most broken abilities. Another one that I can more so think of in a second would be one of the from the Bleach from the Thousand Year Blood War. There's a nigga. I think his letter is L. He's with the Steinritters. I believe I'm saying that right. And he literally just controls reality because he made Kenpachi's squad leader or his sub captain, whatever you call it. But he literally turned her bones into cookies on some shit, so she couldn't fight. So it's one of those like reality bending abilities that is going to be extremely overpowered in anime. I just can't think of the first character's name who's top tier, and the second one is just a nice little reference. You know what I mean? But those would be more so like those overpowered characters.
Gotcha. And that show is called Medaka Box.
You would know better than me.
Yeah, it's called Medaka Box.
And Bakari would know it as well.
Yeah, he definitely know it. Yeah, dude had the power of all fiction. So he can make stuff fake, therefore making it not exist. So he was fighting somebody and just said blue no longer exists. And then, like you said, the sky turned to red, but the dude was using red, so he's like, red no longer exists. And then that just drove the nigga to like insanity. Only problem with his thing is it's hard for him to undo it.
Oh yeah.
So he'd have to say like nothing I said actually happened.
And that's one. And I've just seen the clip, so I haven't done my research on that character, but I just know that when I've talked with other homies, he's like, "Oh yeah, this is the most OP character in existence," type shit. You know what I mean? Or in anime existence, because I know there's different Marvel, DC universes where you have those characters that are just overpowered as well, where you just really can't do shit. You know what I mean?
And you said so that's one of the most overpowered powers to you?
I would think so. Yes. I know anime, but I'm not an expert, so I have not gone and watched each and every category to understand. I'm sure there's somebody out there who might be able to handle that, or at least be on par with that.
I mean, of course, I think we all know the basic one: reality warping, stuff like that. Just reality changing abilities, kind of what you're talking about would do with all fiction. If I had to think of one in anime terms,
The power of friendship.
that shit and talk no jutsu. Talk no jutsu could talk a bitch out her panties and back into him. I don't. That shit is
And she wouldn't be
powerful.
mad about it.
She would not be
Put
mad.
them
In
back
fact,
on?
she'd want to give you the panties by the end of it. You talk her back into putting them back on. She'd be like, "No, please have them." And you'd be like, "No, I want you to keep them." And she'd be like, "Please, please, I want to give these to you. I will be a better person if I. Please, just take the pussy. Take the whole pussy. God damn." But if I had to think of a power, I never really noticed how cockeyed one of my eyes are. Them bitches be looking to the left. This eye, no, this eye right here just do its own thing. God damn, focus, nigga. We are talking. Oh my god, he already looking to the other side. That's crazy. Cockeyed like a
Don't
bitch.
focus on it.
Cockeyed like a bitch. All right. So let me see. Let me see. I think the ability to create an area where I couldn't die,
Domain extension.
kind of like that. Like I could set up areas where I just wouldn't die for periods of time because you can overpower
Now,
anybody.
is this your own ability that you created, or you seen it in an anime?
I guess both.
Have you? If that were the case, would you still feel pain, or would that not be the case?
Nah, you would definitely still feel pain.
So you would just be killed over and over again, or you'd have to die over and over again to
If you allow yourself to be killed. Fuck, I look like not going out without no scrap, nigga. Nigga, you step aside this bubble right here. Step across this line, nigga. I whooping your ass.
No, I believe it 100%. But it's just like if you take other niggas from other animes, it's like that's gonna be a long drawn out fight type shit. That's what I'm saying. Now, if we do that on some modern day shit, where it's like, all right, but we have your little domain expansion where you can't die, and niggas walking up, it's just like, yo, can we scrap him? I'm the only one walking out of it, and that nigga don't got no guns or no nothing. If he does got a gun, hey, nigga, use all the bullets if you want to, nigga, headshot me if you want to, nigga, and just keep coming back. You know what I mean? Because
Exactly.
hard ass shit. Niggas gonna think you the fucking Undertaker.
Exactly. Every time they see you. And then plus, if you could make clones of you up in there that die, like you still coming back anyway, but you can also make clones of you that could die while you're still like just around them. That shit would be tough.
Here's my thing.
Because eventually they just gonna get tired and wear out.
That made me think of, have you seen Hell's Paradise?
Mm-hmm.
The fucking enemies of Tao and how they're just immortal, and you know,
They're not immortal. Them niggas.
They're not from the recent episodes.
Yeah.
That we've seen, because I'm caught up with that shit. I'm loving it. But if you go about it in a mortal way and don't learn what they know, them niggas are immortal.
Not really, because even if you didn't know that, like the blind dude is showing you that shit didn't matter. He literally just showed you. He was like, you can be effectively immortal in your own regard. Actually, Gamma, whatever, Gabimaru, and then Shinzo or Shizo, whatever his name is, the blind.
Spoilers for Hell's Paradise.
Yeah, spoilers. They both have shown you that like you can wear them niggas out. Like Gabimaru did it because he uses Tao because he's a ninja, so they naturally use it. But he wasn't using the right one to beat the person he did. He simply wore that nigga out.
One thing I will say too is that if just me thinking about it, the nigga that the blind dude went against, Gabimaru went against earlier. So he low-key already wore him out from that ass beating, and he really gathered himself back together, but not to the full extent.
Nah, he was back normal. That nigga was fully back normal. Fully back normal.
Think that he was still fucked up from the fight?
Nah.
I would think that fight would have been. I mean, I'm sure.
Nah, they killed whoever they fought.
No, he fought Buddy. He hold up. No, I might be thinking of the wrong niggas, but I thought that he fought the same dude that the blind dude got his revenge on.
Nah.
And he more so made it away. That was a different person?
Wait, it might be. Hold on. Now I'm confused.
Because I'm remembering that nigga Gabimaru was boxing with a nigga with the orange foot, with the little highlights in it. Them niggas were scrapping. And he weakened him enough to escape, if I recall. I might be wrong. But he didn't kill him, but he weakened him enough to be able to at least escape, or he might have felt some shit to escape away from the fight, which is when I think he lost his memory. I'm not quite sure.
Nah, yeah, it was the orange hair one.
Right, the same one that the blind dude fought.
Yeah, so Gabimaru did fight him,
Right,
and
and you can 100% be right. That nigga got all his stamina back. I just thought like, oh damn.
yeah, because he beat that nigga down to like nothing,
Yeah.
and that's what I meant about like you can just they both showed that you can. So honestly, that nigga might be the weakest Tenzin of the show. I ain't gonna lie, like he tough, but he weak because Gabimaru and Blind Dude literally just gave that nigga straight hands and said he about died. Like, bro, really, really weak because he the only one we ain't seen transform or have no abilities for real.
No, he did transform.
I mean, he transformed, but like it was so sorry. Gabimaru just turned into flames. Everybody else he turned to flames with, they kind of was like, okay, let's keep fighting. Even when the human dude who was like picked up by the fucking flower. Mind you, this has been over a course of 4 days. These niggas only been on the island for 4 days.
Which is fucking crazy.
So the evolution is amazing. These niggas have been here for thousands of years and just got this good. These niggas are 4 days in and ain't even fucked each other yet.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right, I'm talking about, especially with the bandit dude. The bandit dude, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, the nigga that absorbed the town.
Nigga, 1 day in, that nigga been a Tenzin technically for 1 day. Already got control of his berserk form and shit like that. Nigga, I would be frightened.
Up there with them niggas side by side, like them niggas are.
I would be frightened. I don't want to fight no more. Who are these niggas we let on the island? No, I don't want their towel. They're like, they gotta have some of the strongest towel. No, I'm good. I'm good. Do you see whatever orange dude name is over there? Jigo or whatever his name is. They whooped his ass twice. Wrong towel. They didn't even give a fuck about the shit matching. There was no inhibition.
They was just putting
belt to ass and wiped him to the ground. And he's one of us. Now he may not be the strongest of us.
You could almost argue that they got lucky. You could somewhat argue that they got lucky.
Who?
They haven't consistent our group, the niggas that came in that went against the Tenzin. You could almost argue like, oh yeah, that was luck type shit. Because here's the thing: if you spend thousands of years training and one of your buddies get their ass, was like, that's a fluke. That was luck. We'll pay attention to them, but you think, oh yeah, that's luck. You know what I mean? But again, and they really are standing on business.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm scared. Excuse me. You're humans. You're regular humans, and you're doing this.
Right. What? You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. That shit crazy. What's I'm trying to finish something. Not finish. I'm trying to find something. Hold on. Trying to find them ranks.
I got about a minute and 30 seconds.
I'm weak. Talfa is not stronger than Jufa. Fuji and Gun Tetsui beat Jufa. While additionally, Jufa and the Aza brothers were already proficient in Tal, albeit. Okay. So we got Rian, Zujin, which was the little boy looking one. Ron, the little kid, the one that acted like the little kid that was reading a book.
Oh, because I'm like, that didn't look like a kid that was reading.
I mean, of course, they all the same age.
Yeah, no, yeah, I just didn't know that. Like, I didn't see their size. I just saw them sitting down reading a book. So
well, that's what I mean. Because they were like sitting down reading a book, the little kid that just seems like they didn't give a fuck.
I don't know if they're
the person that was monitoring, the person that let them go. Person was like, y'all can leave. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I just thought the only little kid was the girl that was on the main character's team.
What's her name? May. Is her name May?
I believe so.
May is or Mai, whichever one. She's actually older than most of them.
Yeah.
She's up there with Rian.
Yes.
So she looked like a little kid, but she's not a little kid compared to the rest of them.
Oh no, I agree with you. Yeah, but I just knew that she was the only one that was in a little kid's body, quote unquote.
Well.
So that's why I was.
Oh, is that you?
That is me.
Nigga ran out of time. What's up? We got Rinka Salt. Is it Rinka Salt?
Ooh, what about
What's
salt?
going on? Somebody's name is Rinka Salts. It's Rinka Salts. What's going on? How you doing? We up here just talking about different topics, debating stuff, looking over shit.
We're master debaters.
Yeah, master debaters. I'm a or if it was a group of us, we'd be mass debaters. Yeah, that's a
It'd be a
man.
mass of debaters.
Yeah,
Like,
mass
it'd be like
debaters.
mass.
Yeah, mass debaters. We would be some of the biggest mass debaters out there. Probably one of the largest mass debate session you've ever seen.
Mm.
And it can get mean, it can get ugly, shit, it can get rude, messy. Like like usually I haven't really like involved myself in much of it, but whenever I've masturbated, it's been it hasn't been the funnest of times, but it's been unique. I can say that. And I like to masturbate because it's like you get so many different perspectives. And I enjoy people watching me during a masturbate because like I'm a performative person. So I have no problem talking to people while I masturbate. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. I've seen you masturbate before.
No, you haven't. No,
Yes,
you.
yes, I have. You've seen me masturbate. I've seen you masturbate. It's just
No.
like, yeah, it is. We're just exchanging topics and going through things. It's like a group of us and we'll sit there and just masturbate. Like you've been in a masturbate circle. Sometimes when we finish the masturbate, it would be with you right there in the middle.
No.
Bro, you've been a part of these masturbate sessions, bro.
I would never put myself in the middle.
Yes, you have.
No, I have not.
Bro, I've seen you. One time you was even sitting down in the middle when we finished
I know.
masturbating.
Don't you start with me. Don't play me. Don't play me.
You was literally right there. I remember somebody after they got done masturbating, they accidentally spit on your face. You was like, "What the fuck?" Da da da. But like, did it really matter? Because we all was done masturbating at that point. We all had reached a conclusion.
If someone spits in my face, we're fighting.
That's right.
If someone
That's
does
what y'all
it,
did. Y'all got to
you
wrestle.
you might get put in the chokehold, like on some.
Yeah, they like that. Remember when we was done masturbating, you putting them in a chokehold, and you masturbated back. You don't, bro. You are like one of the best masturbators out there. You can go for rounds. Masturbate after masturbate after masturbate after masturbate, session after session after session. It doesn't matter what's on the TV, what we're watching, what the topic is. You just get to masturbate it. It don't even have to be nothing going on, and you can just masturbate, bro.
I feel as though that you are a better mass debater than I am.
No, nowhere near. You are so good at masturbating, bro. It's unreal because it would make you think like, how can a person have this much stamina to keep masturbating? You've masturbated so much, bro. I don't even know how you're able to speak sometimes. I would say, God damn, I'd be tired of that. But you just keep masturbating, bro. Going and going and going. And I'm proud of you. That's an amazing skill.
You know what? I can try to debate this topic as much as I please, but you are just a better masturbator than I am. So
in this moment, but I mean, there's plenty of times where you got me beat masturbating. I've seen it, and you have skill too. Like you do some unusual but effective techniques when you masturbate. So I'm actually trying to learn how to masturbate like you.
I honestly don't know what to say.
You know what white people went off with? This. Oh boy, them boys. White people, I gotta give y'all props. Y'all went off. Y'all ate with that. Look at it. Come here, bud.
But on that note, I do have to slide.
It makes a mustache look small as fuck under it. Imagine having no lips and you just like talk like this. What made white people not have lips? Like I get black people having big ass lips, but what in evolution just made them not have lips? What what external factors say you don't need them shits? Were they not kissing their children and when they were really little? Like I guess I don't know. They was like, you don't need these. You don't even suck dick. You just get nutted on here. So let's take these lips away.
You went from talking to children about getting nuts busted on you. What the fuck did I miss?
That's probably why the white people lost their lips so they couldn't miss. Straight in the mouth. Just like that.
You know what, chat? We streamed. We had a good run. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I do have to bid adieu to you all. So hopefully, Kari or maybe Toy will be able to hop on. Are you going to be still going afterwards, or he's lost his he's in something. But
all right, I tell you. I think we had a great session. I think that was really good. Thank everybody. Clap it up for Ty. Ty went amazing. There we go. Yep. Give it up for Ty, everyone. Thank you so much for being on the show, Ty. We really appreciate you and your masturbations. Woo! And I think it was a great time to really talk about it. We'll definitely have to talk more about that Attack on Titan and reality understanding. But yeah, no, I think thank you for having us on. I might stay on a little bit. Probably not. And I might go have me a masturbate session upstairs.
Is Jen home?
No, I'm in the basement. This is where she lives. So no, this is yeah, she's not here. I'm by myself. Yeah, it'll be a solo masturbate. Just be between me and my emotions. I'm gonna sit down and have a council of masturbation.
You just look yourself in the mirror and
just get to masturbating. Yeah. Sometimes that's the best way. I look myself in the eyes and I just start debating, masturbating. You know, I got 3 mirrors in my room, so I just get to looking, spin around, boom, 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 just seeing myself all around the room. It's like that Spider-Man meme. Where you going? I would stand up and leave too, but I got to put on pants.
Please tell me you didn't start debating in mid-conversation because you had pants.
I've been masturbating this whole time, bro. That's why we was going over topics. We were literally masturbating together. You were a part of this. Don't act weird. Bro, where are you going? Bro. Come on now. We were masturbating together. You don't want to be a part of this masturbate session? Ty. Okay, well, I'll masturbate in your place. Don't worry. Oh, you're back. That makes it easier to masturbate. Wait, Ty, don't leave me again. Don't leave me. I just need you for one more masturbate session, bro. There you go. That's a good angle. You can do it from there. Just start debating. Where you? Wait. Okay, you're making this uncomfortable. It's just me masturbating by myself. It's a mass debate, bro. It's got to be multiple of us. Like a polynomial.
Chat, I got to slide. So, y'all.
Chat, everyone say bye to Ty. We'll miss him.
You enjoy your debate session. All right.
Yeah, I really do like debating. I especially like debating with other people. Mass debates are my favorite. I love masturbating. All right. Well, on that note, yeah, man, we'll talk more later. Hopefully, Toy and Carter can get on, and then we can have a bigger masturbate session. And we could talk about more of these topics. I think that was a good session. We talked about a couple of topics that I've been wanting to talk about, and we still got to get to that emotional overloading or freeloading. Was it what did I say? Freeloading? Emotional freeloading? Yeah, we gotta get to that. But for sure, it was lit.
All right. Bet. I'll let you then.
All right, bye.
All right. Later.